good man bites the dust.
What was that, Coach?
Another good man bites the dust.
Perspective by Antonio. Let's give him a round of applause. Can I get, you guys could be seated.
Josh, not too bad. Not too bad, Josh. Not too bad. You did good. You did good. You did good. And we'll play a little Penn State for you. But at this time, I would like to bring up John Keating. Come on up, John. John, grab your glass.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm John, and I'm lucky enough to be Josh's best man tonight. First, I just want to thank Josh and Sarah, along with their families, for this awesome wedding. I wasn't sure I'd be invited, but I'm glad they made the list. Sarah, you look stunning tonight. I'm so glad Josh found you. He was even grumpier before he had you. If you could even believe that. I've known Josh since elementary school. We've roomed together at Penn State, and he's also one of my business partners. We've been friends through pretty much every stage of life. And I feel like at every stage, I try to get rid of him. But he just keeps coming back. I remember when Josh and Sarah first started dating. Josh and I were out, I think it was at a New Year's Eve party. And I asked Josh if he could find us a ride home. He said he knew someone that could pick us up. So we go outside, get in this car, red Toyota Yaris, and I thought it was an Uber. But I get in and I see Sarah sitting in the driver's seat. Now, I was very confused because I hadn't seen Sarah in a while. And I couldn't figure out why she was willing to pick up two drunk assholes at 2 a.m. on New Year's Eve. I was puzzled for about a week after that, until Josh finally told me that they were dating. I bet she regretted picking us up that night. I kept swinging the back door open all the way up Marjorie Drive in Dunmore. That's really our relationship in a nutshell. Honestly, I've always looked up to Josh. He's been about 4 inches taller than me since grade school. In all seriousness, I really admire Josh's level head. He's usually that friend that, I'm that friend that comes up with the crazy ideas. And Josh is that friend that shoots those ideas down, usually because they're not humanly possible, or they'd land us in the Lackawanna County prison. All jokes aside, I know Sarah's very lucky to have found Josh, and Josh even lucky to have found Sarah. I wish you guys nothing but the best. As the wise man once said, pack it up, schmack it up. Let's raise our glass and cheers to the Cantarellas.
One more time, let's give him a big round of applause. Next we have Tori. Tori, come on up, Tori. Tori, grab a glass.
Unfortunately, I won't be as funny as John. For those who haven't had the opportunity to meet me yet, my name is Tori or Tanner. I've been Sarah's friend since my freshman year of college. I would like to start by thanking everyone who made today possible. Colleen, Julie, Sarah, Josh, Josh's sister, Sarah Dan. Wouldn't be here without you. All of our bridesmaids. A little about Sarah and I, we first met as rivals on the softball field, for those of you who don't know. If you asked me in 2014 if I'd be here right now, I'd probably tell you you're a little crazy. By fate or grace of God, or Colleen Ross. We met again my freshman year of college at Concordia, some of my best memories there. Sarah and I would travel vastly into New York City to pick up good old Josh off the bus in the same Toyota Yaris that John got picked up in. Love that car. Some days I would freeze, some days I would sweat, but I would do anything for the two of you. Over time, people find their way to each other. I believe Sarah and I were destined to become friends, become soulmates, just like you and Josh. Over the past 6 years, I've had the opportunity to watch both you and Josh's relationship grow, and I'm so thankful for that. You've given me an excellent role model to follow after. I'm ever thankful for you guys. Sarah and I always discuss how Josh had just inherited our friendship. He never had the opportunity to say, Tanner, you're not invited anywhere. I was just there, and he had to accept that. While thanking everyone, I just want to thank Josh for giving my best friend the best life she could ever have and forever loving her. I'll never be able to thank you enough for that. I wish you both endless years of happiness, and let's toast to love, laughter, and Sarah and Josh happily ever after.
At this time, we would like to bring up Dad, Mr. Paul Ross. Let's give up Paul Ross.
Thank you, Eddie. First of all, I've known EJ for well over 50 years, so thank you very much for coming today and DJ and Sarah's wedding. But just a note on the difference in generations. John and Tori, both, you brought out their iPhones. I have a piece of tablet paper. Most of all, when I asked to speak, Sarah gave me a list of things that are off limits. I'm not going to go over them, but we will probably discuss one or two of them in the midst of the speech. Right? Yeah. So, thank you very much. Just to reiterate what John and Tori said, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come down here in Drums at this beautiful facility. And those that were at the church know that it was a gorgeous ceremony and a beautiful church. Father Capelloni rushed everything to get the scaffolding down for today. So everything worked out, and it is good luck to get rain down on your wedding day. So we had a lot of luck from 5 to 6:30 or so. So but on behalf of Colleen and myself, Julie and Kanya, Yogi and Helen, my mother-in-law Ann, we just wanted to make sure that we thanked you for coming and spending some time to celebrate Josh and Sarah. So at times like this, we look back and take stock of where we've come from, where we're going, what we're hoping to do, and we talk about life's milestones. So Sarah is our youngest child. So we had Sarah when Paul was 3. So I don't know about Colleen, but I was an expert at that time. And Sarah was parenting was super easy. Paul slept through the night. He never cried. There was no problem. And then Sarah was born. And that was my last sense of peace 25 years ago. But on her, when we talk about milestones, on her baptism day, we went into St. Paul's Church in Greenridge. It was a beautiful Sunday morning, about 11 o'clock. We finished with Mass and the ceremony, came out, and there was about 9 inches of snow. So that should have been the harbinger of how things were going to go moving forward. In all seriousness though, Sarah is a joy to parent and a joy to be around. We have a very special relationship. We spend countless hours in the car together, chasing softballs all over the U.S. Drove alone to Alabama, 17 hours, which is right on the invent of the cell phone. So like we had to actually talk. There was no texting, anything like that, and we've developed a very good relationship because of it. Now, Sarah, from the moment that she was little, always gravitated towards children. Her lifelong dream was to be a teacher, which is fulfilled. And Sarah finally met all the people you talk about every day at Mid-Valley. They're in the back, right by the door. It seems though, but the last month or so, that all I heard about is Mike Piercy and Miranda Runco. So when Sarah was going to college, I'm like, teaching, while it's a very noble profession, it was very difficult to find jobs 7 years ago. And I tried to talk her out of it, and she insisted to go. And it's really has been her life calling. And I just want to reiterate how proud we are of all that you've become as a strong, independent, and a beautiful woman on today's date. So, Josh. So we know Josh. You guys went to kindergarten together, right? And they started talking in 2015. So those of you from my generation understand that talking is not really talking. It's texting and dating, right? And like, I don't understand the talking thing. If you have any other questions on the technology end, my cousin's husband, Russell Tanner, he'll be here soon. He just got an iPhone, he knows all about that stuff. Josh is a spectacular young man. We've spent countless hours together. John touched on the fact on how miserable he is. I disagree wholeheartedly. You have to work at it. Josh's personality will come out about 8:30 tonight. From about 8:30 to 12, he's spectacular. 12 o'clock, not so good. So, if you want to wish him well, see him in those hours, okay? Just for my side, the people that don't know, Josh is a very talented musician. He was a member of Penn State's Walnut Blue Band. Now, I, on the other hand, thought that those people didn't actually play their instruments, they just marched around. But Josh excelled at both playing the instrument and the marching part. One slight problem. They never let him dot the I when he was marching. That's an Ohio State joke for you guys that don't know. In a Penn State room, and had enough guts to do it any. But in all seriousness, Josh and Sarah are fantastic together, and I'm sure they're going to spend countless years. So I started by talking about milestones and looking back, and I want to finish with the quote, and also just looking at the stock that they come from. So Yogi and Helen, raise your hands if you would. They're married 54 years. So my mom and my dad died when I was young, but they were married 25 years, right when but my dad's been dead since 1986, so there was a lifetime. Judy and Bill Martin, married almost 60 years. Connie and Julie, how many years you married? It was a quiz, Connie, and you did well. Thank God. Colleen and I have been married 31 years. So, you come from good stock, and I'm sure you're going to put a lifetime together. Now, the most important aspect of my speech is what? Who knows? Asking for, thank you very much. Dean Tallow, thank you so much. So I have two requests before I finish with the quote. Number one is, we need grandchildren. I'm 58 years old, I'm not getting any younger. That's number one. Paul is unsure whether they're gonna have kids or not. My brother Joe only has girls. My brother Frank, we don't know yet, they don't have any grandkids. So Josh, when you do have kids, you're gonna have to name one of them a Ross. Not first name, last name Ross. Come from a family of 3 boys, we have to extend the name. Thank you very much, Josh. I did it publicly so you would agree to it, and when you don't do it, we're gonna sue. So just in one final thing, I looked for a quote about love and marriage and what it is, and I found a very, very great man who some of you know that I probably would never quote, but Barack Obama. he said something very interesting. He said, when people ask me for advice on marriage, he said, find somebody very interesting. You both did that. Find someone who makes you laugh. You both did that. Find someone who make good parents. Jury's out on you, Josh. Sarah's going to be great. And really, life is long, and ultimately, that's really all that matters. So if you would just raise your glass, and one last toast to Mr. and Mrs. Cantarella. Long life, health, and happiness, and about 9 or 10 grandbabies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Ross. Okay, Paul's going to do grace. Before he does grace, I need to jump in. I really need to jump in. I mean, I've been friends, Cantarella's for Jules. Thank you so much. You wonderful family. Connie, wonderful family. The Ross family. Oh my God. I told my mom. I said, Mom, I'm coming down to the Ross family. It's like I keep crying. I cry. They're like brothers to you guys. They are. I love you guys.
Ed, thank you very much. If we would all please bow your heads. Lord, please bless the food that we're about to receive. Help all of us get home safe tonight. Stay healthy. And please remember those that couldn't make it because they couldn't attend, and also those that have passed away in our family. Ultimately, that's what we're shooting for here. Thank you so much for a wonderful night. Stay safe, and God bless you all. Amen.
Let's give them a big round of applause.
Great song.
Come stop crying, we'll be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will take you all around. I will be here, don't you cry. Voice is small, you seem so strong. Lines of virgin keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and
I need my Penn State people up to me.
why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. I know we're different, but deep inside us, we want it different along.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a big round of applause. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is important for every couple on the dance floor. Hey, Amy. Hello, buddy. For every couple on the dance floor, is many years good luck for the bride and groom. For Sarah and Josh, grab your girl, grab your guy, come on out here to the dance floor.
Take away and make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love left to find, and it's yours and it's mine, like the sun. And at the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one
Trying to stay out of your way. You're getting paid enough.
Well, I told you, there's no one else above you. Take my heart inside, take away all my sins, ease my trouble, that's what you do. You fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sins, ease my troubles, that's what you do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are not asking you to leave the dance floor. We want you to just push back towards the wall.
Reach that out. Reach it out. Touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe there never would. Oh, no, no. Right hand in the air. You guys from Pine Brook, your other right hand. All right, here we go.
guys from hand into your other right hand. Here we go. Fist pump. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Sweet Caroline, I believe they're never good. Sweet Caroline, good time never. All right, we're gonna do a little song. Grab your girl, grab your guy. Who didn't get to dance to a slow song? Grab something. Come on. Photo booth is open. McKay and Jake.
I can't count the times I almost said what's on my mind, but I didn't. Just the other day, I wrote down all the things I'd say, but I couldn't. Just couldn't. But baby, I know that you've been wondering. So here goes nothing, in case you didn't know. Baby, I'm crazy about you. And I would be lying if I said that I live this life without you, even though I don't tell you all the time. You had my heart a long, long time ago. In case you didn't know. The way you look tonight, that second glass of wine, that did it. There was something about that kiss, girl, that did me in. Got me thinking, all the things that I've been feeling. It's time you hear, in case you didn't know. Baby, I'm crazy about you. I would be lying if I said that I live this life without you, even though I don't tell you all the time. You had my
Atta boy. Here comes the good stuff.
see we're together as we walk on